So for tonight's dinner I'm going to do some chicken meatballs. I've got some pre-formed meatballs and I want to make just a basic like tomato pasta sauce. I'm going to pop it all in the slow cooker because if you put whole plum tomatoes or even chopped tomatoes in a pasta sauce, obviously they stay quite chunky. If you put it in the slow cooker you get all the goodness and the vitamins and things from them, but they break right down so there's no lumps. And one of my children in particular, he will eat sauce with the lumps in, but he's not as keen. So what I thought, and also to save time, if I chuck all this in the slow cooker, I think I'm going to put it on high. Well, it depends what the time is. No, it's 11 o'clock, so we'll probably eat. No, I'm actually going to put it on low for 6 or 7 hours. And then the sauce will be ready. I haven't got to worry about it later. All I've got to do is cook the meatballs and some pasta. So I'm going to use some garlic granules because I've just spent about an hour in the freezer and I cannot find my frozen garlic. So we've got garlic granules, tomato puree, a stock cube, a large onion, some hendersons relish, which is similar to Worcester sauce, and then some peeled plum tomatoes. I might also pop in a little bit of salt and pepper and some like mixed herbs or something. And yeah, I'm just going to put it all in, leave it on low, 6 or 7 hours, and then it will just break down nicely and it will become a really flavourful sauce. And also it's just done then. And I might even, I'm defrosting the meatballs, so I might just seal them quickly in a frying pan and pop them in like an hour before the end and let them cook in the sauce. But I'll show you that bit if that's what I do. But just thought it just saves the keeping an eye on things. You just put it all in. So I'm just about to put my meatballs in to cook. I've decided to put them in my air fryer, but sometimes they stick to the bottom and they also break up quite a lot. So I've put them on some foil, and that way I can just lift the foil out without trying to scoop out like the meatballs, if you know what I mean, and breaking them up. So I can just hold each corner or 2 of the corners and just lift the whole lot out. So I'm probably going to give them between 10 and 15 minutes on about 180. I'm going to cook some pasta. My sauce has gone really, really nice. It's now 5:15, so it's been 6 hours, 15 minutes. So by the time these and my pasta are done, it will have been 6.5 hours. And it's just really simple. The pasta's, you know, you just boil your pasta, meatballs in here. These are the Muscle Food chicken meatballs, which I haven't tried, so they look very nice and they smell really seasoned. The dog obviously wants to go out, but I'm just going to pop these in. So here are our meatballs all served. I've actually just mixed them in with the sauce and popped it on some pasta and popped some cheese on top. The sauce has gone a really nice rich red colour. It's not really picking up on camera, but I would definitely make it like this again because you didn't really have to keep an eye on it, and it just looks amazing and it tastes really, really good. So yeah, slow cooking the sauce, definitely the way to go. And there are meatballs in there somewhere. So this is what's for dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner we have got crushed baby new potatoes with some butter, black pepper, some salt, and then some spring onion. I left the skin on, I just boiled them, crushed them and added the seasonings. Then there's a little bit of extra mature Canadian cheddar on top of that. Then we have got some air fried salmon that's got some Chinese salt and chilli seasoning on it, and that is topped with a little bit of parmesan. And this is what's for dinner tonight. So for dinner tonight I have made a pork chow mein or pork lo mein. It's leftover pork lo mein that was in the freezer, and I've added some noodles and a little bit of extra soy sauce to it. And this is what we're having for dinner tonight. So for dinner tonight we have got a chicken salad. I put some tandoori seasoning on here, some onion powder, no, garlic powder, some lemon juice and some cayenne pepper. We've got beetroot, we've got some mushrooms, tomatoes, lettuce, and this is what we've got for dinner tonight. So for dinner tonight I have done some of the Aldi fish burgers. These are the buttermilk ones, and it looks a little bit like a McDonald's fillet of fish. And some of their crispy skin on fries, which I've done in the air fryer. So this is what is for dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner we are actually watching a movie. Well, Steve and I are, the boys have gone off to play their PlayStations. So we've got some poppy seed French stick with some sandwich fillers on. So this one is coronation chicken, and I've put some cucumber, some onion and some sriracha on top. And then this one is a chicken and sweet corn, and I've just got some spicy cheese and cucumber on top. And then we've got some crisps and dips as well. So some of you may have already seen my cheese scones and my white chocolate blondies that I made in my previous video, but if you haven't seen that video then the full recipes for these are in there. I wanted to put them into this video because I'm just really proud of them, to be honest. I'm not really a baker, I cook but I don't bake very often, and I was really pleased with how they turned out and also how easy they were to make. So I'll leave that video linked down below if you want to go and check it out. So I'm I'm just starting tonight's dinner, and we are having these pork loin steaks that are chili and lime marinated. So I just wanted to jump on here and say, for full transparency, I'm not working with Muscle Food. They are a current brand partner of mine, but this video isn't sponsored. I just really like their food, so I'm sharing it with you guys in my videos. It's also not sponsored by Tfal, and I know I mention my Tfal grill pretty much every single time I use it. I will leave that linked in the description because it's such a good grill, and if it broke tomorrow I would go and buy the same one again. But like I said, not an ad, just things that I really like. I do them on my Tfal grill. I'm not really sure how long they're supposed to take, but I don't think they'll be too long because it's loin and it goes really dry if you overcook it. So I've got some I've got some homemade wedges in the air fryer, and I'm also doing corn on the cob with it. So they look really good though. So here is the dinner dished up. I've just done the pork steaks. So it took around 5 minutes on the grill. I've done our chips, which were done in the air fryer, and some corn on the cob, which was done in the microwave. And chops pork loin steaks have come out looking really good. And this is what's for dinner tonight. And next up we have got some gammon steaks, and these are really nice. We had these the other day in a salad, and we've also had them with like chips and peas. And they're really good. So all I do is just pop them on our Tfal grill, and they take about 10 minutes until they go nice and crispy, and then I just cut the rind off because, you know, we don't want to eat the fat. But yeah, they're really nice quality. So this is how big these steaks are. They don't actually fit on the grill, although hopefully we can just take the fat off and then smoosh them over a little bit. I'm just going to shut this and let them cook. With a bit hanging out. So here we are dished up. I've just chopped the gammon steaks up with some scissors, and they've got the nice little crispy lines across them. We've also got a few cooked mushrooms, some beetroot, lettuce, onion, tomato, cucumber, and some cayenne pepper. And this is what we are having tonight. So I'm definitely on a bit of a use up mission today. It's shopping day tomorrow. So I've got these baby potatoes. So all I'm going to do is put the whole lot into a pan. I've drizzled over some oil. I've put some onion granules, some garlic powder, and some salt over them, giving them a good shake. And I'm just going to pop them in the oven as they are and just leave them for like half hour, 40 minutes until they're nice and crispy, and then serve them with whatever we're going to have for our dinner. So here's our potatoes finished. They've been in for probably about an hour actually, because they just needed some time to go nice and golden brown. And yeah, they're looking really nice actually. So we are having, well, the boys are actually having theirs with these kielbasa, which are the smoked Polish sausage, some cucumber and some tomato. So Oscar's got his like this, and then Bailey and Jake are both having theirs in these non-wrap things, which are actually split in, and I knew they would. I'm really annoyed because I knew they weren't going to work. I did wet them and put them in the microwave, but they're still not really wrappable. Anyway, cucumber, tomato, some really nice crispy potatoes, and Steve and I have got smoked fish and the same potatoes.